Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Chunk-a-dor. In the time since the last episode, I've been busy pickpocketing so that we can get straight on with the chunk roll today. I'll tell you though, we are in for a long grind. Roll the intro. This is Chunk-a-dor, my semi-extreme one chunk account. My mission? To unlock Gillinor one chunk at a time. Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the Chunk account. Don't worry, I know you thought it'd gone. Last week's video is a new series we're working on, but it's not going to be replacing this. I just did not anticipate how long it was going to take to edit that and get it all uploaded and such. But the feedback on that has been incredible. I genuinely could not have believed it was going to do as well as it's done. And I'm really looking forward to getting into that series. But right now, we have a chunk task to finish. If we pickpocket this guard, that gets us level 58 thieving, which is important to us because first off it gives us 550 total, which is fantastic. But it also now lets us go and climb over this wall up to the up in the tower just north of Falador. So let's head out there, get that task ticked off. So with one click we can finish this chunk. Let's climb over the crumbling wall for 1 thieving XP, but that is a chunk task completed. I have no idea why this is a thieving shortcut and not an agility shortcut, but hey ho, we take those. Let's head back into Falador because I want to show you just how much money we've made from this whole grind. Bear in mind we have spent quite a bit on potatoes. We've gone through probably about 400 potatoes just pickpocketing from these guards. And I'm going to throw the math up on screen of how long that means I spent just churning butter. It's not including collecting the milk, not including going and buying the potatoes, filling the sacks and cooking them all. No, this is just churning butter. How ridiculous is that? But as you can see, we now have a white cash stack, 116k, which is definitely the biggest it's ever been, and should hopefully keep us going for quite a long time, to be honest. What I also wanted to do is I've been saving all of these mystery boxes, nests, etc. for a little while now. So I wanted to open them all at the start of this video, just to make things a bit more exciting. And see what we get. We've got a boot, an easy clue scroll, which is in Alcarid, so that's getting dropped. Cabbage. 42 rune arrows. Okay, that's actually quite good when we've got a bow that we can use them with. Let's see. Magic seed, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's all of our seeds. And then let's take out all of the other nests we've got. We've got a bunch of sapphire rings by the looks of it. We can make those into recoils, I guess. Emerald ring for a nice ring of dueling. Not that we can teleport anywhere with that yet. What would be really nice to see would be a ruby ring, but no such luck. Pop all these back in the bank. But without any further ado, let's go and get into the chunk roll. So as you can see, it's been 14 days since we rolled this chunk, and most of that has been spent editing the last video that came out. So let's tick off this chunk task. And let's not waste any time, let's just pick a chunk. Oh, I'm so excited. What are we gonna get? Ooh, okay. We've got access to a little bit of the Dwarven Mine. Is that gonna make me do Mother Lode Mine? This could be rough. I'm not 100% sure how the chunk picker works this out. Oh, it is as well. We have rolled the killer mining and smithing grind without actually getting Falador East. So let's remove that straight away. Okay, this is going to be a long grind. We have to get the full prospector set, the superior and expert mining gloves alongside the regular mining gloves. We have to get a rune pickaxe, the coal bag, the gem bag. We can get an axe upgrade. We can get an adamant axe. That's massive. We can do a diary step. Repair a broken strut. Okay, that makes sense. We are going to be stacked by the time we come out of this chunk in, I don't know, probably 6 months. I really am hoping it's not 6 months. But this is the chunk we've rolled, and let's go and unlock it. Oh god, what have I done? What have I done? Okay, here we are. Let's unlock this chunk. I'm honestly a little bit giddy at the prospect of this. This is going to be a really long chunk. And oh, hang on, how do we even get up there? Oh, you know what it is? It'll be the camdorsal. Oh, yeah. I thought I dodged it for a second there. Okay, so honest thoughts. As much as this looks incredibly daunting, and it feels incredibly daunting, I am honestly looking forward to this. This is why people start chunk accounts, because they hate themselves. No, I'm joking. They're starting them because they want to be able to get that sense of satisfaction out of finishing a stupid grind like this. And I want to be careful not to walk out of my chunk here. But this is, this is a stupid grind. Let's be brutally honest here. This is stupid. But what we get out of this is so good that I think it would be ridiculous to see this as anything other than a win, because that's what it is. It's a win. We are going to come out of here with the ability to make like rune stuff. We're going to come out of here with massive best in slot upgrades. We have so much that we can do now. It's difficult to take it all in, to be honest. But let's just head over here. We do also, I did notice, have to finish Doric's quest, so we are not going to be anvil-less for this entire grind. Can I... Oh, a maze random. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm going to take this maze while I process what's going on here. Okay, we got some runes out of that and a couple of arrows. Now, I need to remember I can't go up that staircase because that will take me into a different chunk, as it were. And I did not bring a pickaxe. That's that's annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna hop round and see if there's a world where someone's actually open this. In fact, here comes my man to the rescue. 2 seconds. Okay, so before I could get logged in, some rando turned up and managed to help me out with this. So now we have our pickaxe. I think what's going to be best is, first, we should probably go complete Doric's quest. That is going to be super beneficial for the account. So we need to head out here and figure out where we can find some clay. Okay, so just check the map. Apparently it's just around here in the Dwarven Mine part. So let's just grab the clay that we need for this quest. And then we'll head up and turn it in and get a nice chunk task ticked off nice and early, just to get some dopamine flowing and fuel this mining grind that we are about to undertake. I think to stop myself from burning out, I'm going to sort of do this in chunks. Chunks. I'm going to do this in chunks where I sort of do a little bit of mining, do a little bit of smithing, maybe like a level each once we get to a certain point, or as much of a level as I can do. I'm pretty sure it's only 6 that we need for this. Let's have a look. We've got the 6 clear. We might as well grab everything else down here. Save us going back to the bank. It's 4 copper and 2 iron. Fantastic, they're right here. And there is everything we need. Now I just realised there is actually an anvil over in that section, but I'm not 100% sure if we can use it. So we'll check on that in a minute. But let's just go and turn this quest in really quick. And here we are back at Doric's hut. We have everything he needs. And that is a quest completed. We got a whopping 180 coins for that. Fantastic. But we did get a little bit of mining XP. And, you know, it's not a lot, but it's something, right? So, with that out of the way, I guess there's nothing else to do except start this grind. We are currently at 6 days and 8 hours. That's post completing the quest, so let's call it 6 days, 7 hours since I rolled this chunk, just to be safe. And we'll see where we're at when we finish. It'll be very interesting. If this is under 100 days, I'll be shocked. But I am going to put in a good shift in the mines, and if anybody wants to come down and say hello, I am going to jump to world 309. And I am going to live here. I think it's my favourite world. It holds a special place in my heart. And yeah, hop down, say hello. I'll let you know how I'm doing, how miserable I am. And what's fantastic about this is it's something that I can very easily AFK while I'm working on my other series, which, you know, like I said, I'm very excited to get started with. I've had a quick look on the wiki as well, and there's only 2 sources of better pickaxes in this entire mine, and they're both locked behind the mining guild. If I can find the map link, there it is. There is a pickaxe shop here, and actually, have I got that wrong? Oh no, apparently, I've just had a quick look. I was wrong. There's actually a mining shop up here, so we can go. Let's have a look. We can jump straight to a rune pick, which is in fact a chunk task. So you know what? I'm gonna call it early on this run because we've got an upgrade to go get, guys. This is so exciting. I honestly don't know that I've ever been down here before. What does this dwarf sell? Is this the shop? Oh, it's just a general store. Okay. So it should be down here. Yeah, here he is, Nermorph. Give me that rune pickaxe right now. You know what, right? We might as well make a little tiny bit of our money back. How much will he give me for this? He will give me 0 coins. You know what? You can have it. I don't care about the money. Look at this. Oh, it's beautiful. So we're depositing our first inventory, well, full inventory anyway, of ores, and I think let's follow it down here. It's going to give us 46 mining, our first level of the chunk as well. You know, this is almost on par with like main levels XP an hour. This XP per hour counter should definitely tick up a lot. In fact, I'm going to reset it now, so we can have a rough idea of what's going on in this chunk. But how exciting! We're getting levels, bro! We're getting levels! So by depositing here, you'll notice we didn't actually use all our pay dirt because we have now filled the hopper completely. So I'm going to search the sack and then deposit the rest of these. And then all we're going to do is ferry them to the bank deposit box. Now I am aware that the wheels have probably broken plenty of times while I've been doing this, but I'm trying to save myself a tiny little bit of dopamine, and I'm going to leave that chunk task for when I really need a little boost, because there's nothing more satisfying than ticking off a chunk task. little ding goes off in my head. Just oof, get that warm fuzzy feeling. It's lovely. And speaking of the devil, 9 pay dirt in, and we've got 47 mining, and 48 mining, and there's 49 mining. And I've just realised we've been down here about an hour now, and I'm not paying perfect attention, but we are getting roughly 28 to 30 XP, 28 to 30,000, sorry, XP an hour, which isn't too sad at all, really. I'm probably going to hit 50 for tonight and then call it, because I want to get a nice start on this tomorrow, and I don't want to fall asleep mining again. You know, I've made the joke before, but it's a very dangerous possibility with this chunk that I am going to end up bringing my pillows and my duvet down to Motherlode Mine. Just snuggling right up against the rock wall here, and I'd like to avoid that as best as I can. You know, try and keep some sort of sleep schedule while we're doing this. So let's drop these off. I think we're up to like 9 gold nuggets right now. So all we have to do is just keep going. And it's been about 15 minutes since the last clip I recorded, but any second now we should have. It's the longest any second now in history. There it is, 50 mining, which gives us access to size 5 stars if we happen to spot any out and about. I'll need to check into whether or not we can actually get any shooting stars in our chunks. I should imagine with the amount that we've got, that like you'd imagine that like at least one spawn would be in these chunks somewhere. So we'll have a look on the wiki at some point and find out if that's something we can do, because it's very AFK. That would let me work on mining while I'm doing anything else, like on my main or making the other series that I'm working on. Because I think you can AFK for like 5 minutes at a time or something stupid like that. For now I'm just going to finish up what's going on here, fill up this sack, we'll empty it, and then I'm off to bed. Okay, so as I was finishing up this, I think this genuinely could be our first Leo random. So we'll quickly pick up his coffins, which means this one must go in here, and we'll talk to Leo and hopefully get ourselves a clog. We can use a zombie dancer mode. Fantastic. You know what? We might as well, since we've got it. Hell yeah! Bro's getting groovy. So it turns out when I was recording this entire section, I wasn't recording microphone audio, so you're stuck with editing me for this segment. We've gone and picked up our gold nuggets and traded them in for the first piece of the prospector's set, and we got the helmet, which is one of our chunk tasks. And I must say, it looks pretty sweet. After this, I made the long walk back to Falador and picked up a hammer and as many bronze bars as I could stuff into my grubby little pockets, and started turning them into bronze knives at Doric's Anvil. And this is going to help with our 30 range requirement for wielding adamant knives for the chunk task. And then after this, I realised how stupid I was, so the rest of the clips are actually live commentary, so enjoy! And there's 31 smithing, probably the last level we're going to get with bronze bars. But we can hopefully get to maybe like 35-ish with the iron bars that we've got in the bank. I'm not 100% sure what I get to make an iron knives, but it won't be too long till I find out. And this bank trip signals the last of the bronze bars, so I'm going to fill up the rest with iron, and we're going to get back to the anvil. I'll let you know how much XP I get per drop of iron knives. Sorry, it's a bit late. My head is fried today, so if I'm not making much sense, that is why. But yeah, we'll see how much XP we can get from this. Hopefully, it's a decent little upgrade over the bronze bars. Yeah, literally double. So that's it's gonna fly through. Let's make all the bronze ones first. And there's 32 smithing, less than, like, well, what's that, 10 iron bars into the next inventory. So these levels are going to be coming in a lot quicker now. And there is 33 smithing on the first bar of this trip, and I think it's going to be my last for the night. But I might well do some more on my phone between now and the next clip. So I'll let you know what we get up to. But we've still got like 600 iron bars in the bank or something silly like that. So, you know, it's I'm not going to be stuck with something to do for a while. So here we are with quite a big milestone level. Once I deposit this in the hopper, and it makes its way down the wee little river, that is going to get us, drumroll please, 60 mining, which is going to give us access to the world famous, nonetheless, mining guild. And we can obviously do tier 6 stars as well. I'm not sure if I could have boosted to get into the mining guild, but that would have been a pain in the ass getting kicked out every 2 seconds because I don't have the right level. But I'm going to finish up this sack full, see if we can get any more gold nuggets out of it, because I don't think I'm far off getting my next piece of prospectors. And then I think that's where we're going to head. And that's going to fill it up, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and complete our diary task here. Because the amount of times I've been stood around waiting for somebody to fix these wheels, and it does actually give me smithing XP, I forgot about that. So in future, we'll just be able to come over and bash these and get like free 59 XP. We've got 3 gold nuggets there, let's just head straight to the bank chest. Oh, I don't think that's enough, I think the next piece we need 34. I might just stay here and get those, to be honest, because it would be nice to knock out another collection log before the end of the video. And we now also have the opportunity to get, I want to say, adamant ore. Let's just lock that slot. Yeah, I want to see if we can now get adamant from doing this. Obviously the chances are pretty low at level 60, but it would be interesting to see if we can at least get a few pieces. Just so we can lay out in the bank nicely. Right, dropped all that off, and yeah, I think I'll finish up the 30 nuggets we need, and then we will go check out the mining guild. So that's the last of the next sack filled. I'm going to fix this wheel on the way around just to double check, see if we've got any more nuggets. We've got 4, I can't remember how many we needed, I think it was like 6. So I might do like, oh no, it was only 3, hey, we can actually get what we wanted. So let's take these out, let's trade Prospector Percy. And if I'm right, yeah, he only wants 30 for those. And that's a new clog. Let's get these bad boys on. Check the fit. I hate myself for saying that. Right, let's get this nugget back in the bank. I will finish emptying the sack and then we'll go and check out the mining guild. And I'm pretty sure we should be able to just go out through this tunnel, and that should take us straight into the mining guild. And we've completed a hard task for coming in here with our lovely hat on. So what have we got around here? We've got plenty of coal, some mithril, a little bit of adamant, some iron over there, that's lovely. Can we go in this area yet? We can. So we can power mine iron over here when there's not bots there. Tickle my iron, lovely man. We've got an absolute buttload of mithril. Another iron spot as well. And we're right next to a bank chest and a deposit chest. Now obviously we don't get iron from doing the mother lode mine. That's about the one ore that we don't get that we could use in large amounts. So it could be useful, you know, later down the line. But I think at least till we've finished the full prospector set, we're going to head back down here. And keep grabbing more nuggets. Okay, so disregarding everything I just said, we're actually going to go and smith some gold now. And that is because we are incredibly close to level 40, but we do not have any more iron bars in the bank, and we only have like one steel bar. So, to save myself having to do any more mining, I bought a couple of dwarven stouts, and drink that, and crack away with these. Hopefully we'll get enough XP to finish the level decently quick, and then obviously we won't have to boost anymore. Just reset the smithing XP an hour, and then, let's see, this reckons 50... No, it's going up still. Isn't that wrong? Just reset it in general. There you go, 55. Yeah, that's tracking properly now. So a little over 2 inventories. And we've run out of boost. Okay, so we need to bring 2 of them next time. So we're not far off of 40 smithing, but I just wanted to highlight this that's just popped up in my clan chat. 48 kill count Yamapet. Like, this is the same person that got to 2nd on the scurriest high scores to get the pet. Oh, I am so jealous. I'm actually quite jealous. I want that very badly. So if I swig down this dwarven stout, and then smelt this gold bar, that should be, there we go, level 40. We can now officially smelt gold ore and make steel battle axes. I think once I've gone through all this gold, we will probably just head back to Mother Lode Mine until we finish the set. And at that point we'll come back and do some more mining. Some more smithing, sorry. But I think that is probably as good a place as any to wrap up this video, just while I finish off these bars. I just want to thank you all for the immense support that we got on the last video. It was genuinely shocking. I was not expecting it to do anywhere near as well as it has done, so thank you very much for that. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave it a like, and that really helps boost the algorithm quite a lot. And do drop subscribe if you're new, and you can get notified for any future videos coming out. But I don't think there's anything else left to say other than I will see you next time.